Hello again, and welcome to this video where I'm going to be explaining 1 John chapter 1 verse 1. And this is going to be a video focusing in on the verbs as well as on the relative pronouns. We see right off the bat we have four relative phrases that start with a relative pronoun. That which was from the beginning, which we have seen, heard, which we have seen with our eyes, which our hands have handled, which we have gazed upon. And then the last two phrases, I'll bring those up a little bit, where it says our hands have handled and concerning the word of life. It's all about the word of life. And later on we find out that Jesus is the word of life. And there's a link to a sermon down below that you can listen to. Who is the word of life? Who is this Logos? Anyway, so four phrases that start off with a relative pronoun. I created this web spreadsheet in order to show that. Here, the spreadsheet, and I'll minimize it here so you can see it a little bit better. But I created this spreadsheet where I focus in on the verbs, bring it up a little bit more, make it a little bit easier to see here. We see we got a verb, ain. The root word is ami. I'll make that a little bit bigger so you can see it. So that which was from the beginning, ha, ain, ap, arches. That which was from the beginning, the lexical word, again, I'll bring it over here. The lexical word is ami. It's an imperfect active indicative, so the tense, voice, and mood is, I have it switched around here, but tense, mood, and voice. Imperfect, indicative, active. Imperfect indicates that there's an ongoing action in the past time. So that's what's happening there. And it's third person singular, which makes sense because that which, or he that was from the beginning, with this idea of a relative pronoun. And then you got this verb, ἀκηκόαμεν, and that verb is the lexical word or the root word is akouo, and it also is an imperfect active indicative, but this time it's the first person singular, plural. I'm sorry. You know, that which we have heard. We've been around. We listened to this word of life. We listened to this word of life. And then we have the next phrase, which we have seen with our eyes, ἑωράκαμεν, which comes from ἑωράκω, the root word. It's also imperfect, active indicative. It's first person plural. And then this next verb is kind of hard to say. It comes from theaomai. Theaomai. And that means, of course, to gaze upon or look at. And here is theasematha, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And it's aorist, and aorist tense is also dealing with an expression of a past action without indicating its completion or continuation. And it's also the middle voice, which makes a whole lot of sense because when you look upon something, it's you're the actor, you're looking at something, but somehow that action also comes back on you, and so that's the concept of the middle. And then the next verb is from psilafeo, if I'm saying it right, psilafeo. And the word here is έψελάφεσαν, which we are handled, and it's a verb, and it's aorist, active indicative, and it's first person plural as well. This spreadsheet I use to show all the different words, but here you can filter out just the verbs. And here's the verbs, and I'll highlight that a little bit more so that we can look at these words all together. Ein, ἀκηκόαμεν, ἑωράκαμεν, ἐπθέσαμεθα, and έψελάφεσαν. So those are the 5 verbs that we're dealing with in this, and here you got the pronunciation, and then the root words, Amy, ein from Amy, ἀκηκόαμεν from akuo, ἑωράκαμεν from harao, and then ἐπθέσαμεθα from theomai, and then έψελάφεσαν from ψηλάφαω. And so here I have the phonetics portion as well. And then here, I'll just, if I can, fortunately I can't. I can show here how the first 3 verbs are in the imperfect tense, and then you got the last 2 in the aorist tense. And so that's what I wanted to show you, as well as the fact that you have these 4 phrases starting off with a relative pronoun. So I hope that was helpful. It is to me. Have a good day.